That's so clean. That is hard to believe for $200 Amazon lights. Alright, Alright, let's try this one more time. There are some mods for your Jeep that are very Alright, so something I wanted to show you, the difference between this headlight, which is metal. It's kind of heavy. It could be aluminum, it could be, I actually think it's steel. The way, it's hard to tell because it does not look like cast aluminum, but it actually looks more like, it's probably aluminum. But it's much heavier than the stock units. And it's thin, so that cools the LED arrays that are in behind there. I almost think you could see it when it shines in there. I'm kind of getting reflections. So there's the aftermarket one, and then here's the stock one. So it's, you know, it's got the cool Easter egg in there. It's much thicker, and this one, when you open it up, it's an H13 bulb, and it's got the H13 style. So it's a sealed, they created the whole unit to be a flotation device. It's big enough you could swim in this thing. And then they've got the H13 behind the sealed container, and then the wiring goes over here to this connector, which is identical to the connector on the new lights. The outer lens says it's made in America. And it's, I saw the sticker on there somewhere. It's made by Automotive Lighting Company, and it's made for the Jeep JL halogen. So all they did was pretty much, you know, the front clip of the JT truck, if you didn't know, was mostly Jeep Wrangler. These are 9-inch lights. You want to order the 9-inch, not the 7-inch. These are ginormous lights on these new trucks, and you can see the difference. Share that with you. And they're really easy to take out. I had that whole clip off in like a minute. Alright, I'm trying to do this between jet engine takeoffs and landings and flyovers, but I have some plastic sheathing. It's kind of like conduit tubing you can get anywhere. And then I ran the white wire that comes with it, or you can use your own wiring. Very simple. I just wanted something dark to hide behind the grill, so I'm going to go ahead and install that. Here, I've got the wire conduit, or you can use split limb tubing. You can use the mesh style now that they put on the trucks, similar to this. And I have my white wire coming over here for my daytime running lights. It's going over to this light, and then I have the wire coming out for the daytime running light on this side. So I'll get a little closer and we'll show you how to wire those up. Alright, so what I'm trying to show you here is that you want to get the wire hot first, and then while using the Alright, so what I'm trying here to show you is that you twist the wires together and then you drop your solder onto the wire after you've sat it on there and let it heat it up. You want to drop the solder into the wire, not onto the solder gun. And the reason I use the solder pin or the solder gun because I wanted to try to get some of that heat to transfer in to the wire. So I started kind of getting it to get the hot melted portion touching the wire and the gun, so that carries the heat into this piece. And what that does is if you've done it right, you've got a nice smooth solder joint. It shouldn't be if it's bubbled up or sticking on the surface, you didn't solder it. This has to get pulled into the wire. Now, as far as the wiring goes, I brought the wire that comes out of the daytime running lights because I have a Sport. Even if you have a Rubicon and you don't have the LED package, you're not going to have that LED extra wire. So you're going to have to tap into, this is F46, the auto headlamp level modulation level motor. There is a fuse there, even though I'm not using the high-end headlights, so the fuse is still on. It's still auto levels when or that circuit powers. I don't have all the auto level obviously, but the circuit powers, and there's a fuse there for me to tap into. So I use a little fuse tap, slid it into the side of the fuse there, and this is temporary. I wouldn't recommend this being long term, but this is how you get the lights wired up if you are just installing these and you are so that's my disclaimer. If you are going to go ahead and just wire them up to get them to run, use this fuse. This is the one everybody's using. I'm not the first to do this, so that is not my technique, but this for right now is for demonstration. All right, so got headlights just plugged in. So if they were just to be plugged in, they would be a plug and play light. But as you saw, I had to wire, and I put the looming and hid all the wires and taped them up, made them look nice. Tried to keep that factory look as possible. The wire went back over this side of the truck, and then back to that fuse F46. That's the auto level headlights circuit. It is in the Sport, even the Sport S. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what that looks like when I turn the truck on. So when you're going down the road, you know, it's daytime out. This is what it's gonna look like. So the truck is in run, and I didn't hit the brake and hold the switch and then turn the truck on. But this is in run mode. This is an accessory. So it came on at run. So the truck is waiting for a command to turn the engine on. So that's what they look like. So all I have left to do is throw the cover back on. So let's watch how fast that goes. All right, here's a little B footage. Well, in my case, it's probably CD footage. I'm out here, and it's getting darker out, but my phone's got the highlight capabilities. We'll just do something like that. So I'm gonna turn the lights on. So there's that's just the LEDs on the turn signals. And then, there we go. That is LED. Oh, it's so clean. That is hard to believe for $200 Amazon lights. Really clean cut, really clean light. And then high beams, they're, you know, a little bit everywhere. But I just want to show you that these are hard to believe for the price.